Similar to the barbell overhead press, you want to start and end at your mouth. There is a little bit of nuance on there. You can go a little bit lower, but ideally we can start and stop at our mouth. That way the elbows can stay right under those wrists with the best chance of success. If we come too low, we can tend to do this or start to bring them into our arms too much. From here, you're going to press up until your arms are in line with your ears. So as you're pressing up, it's going to be slightly in front of your face. Then you're going to try to bring those arms back, keeping those ribs down, the core tight, all the way back until those arms are straight by your ears. Ears and shoulders should be in a line, and then head, shoulders, and hips should all be in a line. With your feet, you want them to be a little bit wider than shoulder width and slightly in front of your knees. This way it's helping you counterbalance from the weight being over your head. If our feet are too far back, we can tend to start to lean back too much without any weight over us to keep us stable. As I'm pushing up, I'm thinking keep those ribs locked down, that way that ribs don't flare out. If you feel any lower back pain as you're doing this, you might have too much of a tilt in your hips. Bring a little hip tuck into it and then tighten up that core. If the core is not engaged, the lower back will try to play the game of keeping your back supported. As I'm coming down with my hands, I like to turn my elbows forward and then bring them down. That way I can keep my elbows right under my wrist the entire time. Otherwise, what can tend to happen is we'll start to cave those hands back, or we'll start to push too far forward with those hands. It's usually the former. Usually this is what happens. So be mindful, we want to keep those elbows right underneath our wrist as we're going up and as we're going down. As far as our arm position, same with that push press. You don't want those arms to be all the way out to the side. You want them to be about 45 degrees from your center line of your body. That way as you're going up and down, we're keeping our arms out of the impingement zone. A couple of things to watch out for. If you're going to turn the weights at the top, that's okay. Just make sure you turn them back as you come down. The other thing is we can get in the habit of hitting those weights together as we're going up to the top. Try not to let the weights touch if you can help it. What I mean by this is as we press up, we don't want to do that. We want to make sure we're going straight up till we're in a line and back down. That way we're not adding any extra jarring motion into those arms. The shoulders are going to be back and down like usual. Again, making sure the rib doesn't pop out. This will keep the upper back engaged. As you're pressing up, you should in fact feel those lats get tighter and tighter, working harder to keep those shoulders down. If you're looking for a really good superset or burner with this exercise, look at the push-up video. A standard push-up in combination with this is going to turn those shoulders into fire in a good way.